This is Duke University.
The unemployment rate stands at 7.2%. There's 11.2 million people unemployed in the U.S. The workforce is 154 million. Unemployment is a lagging indicator of the business cycle. We are at the beginning, effectively, of the surge in unemployment. So what we've seen, even though it's very serious, will get worse. The economic analysis of the Obama plan was released last week, and they provided projections of unemployment with and without the stimulus plan. And I thought it was striking to look at their forecast with the stimulus plan, because their forecast effectively had the unemployment rate topping out at 8% with the stimulus plan. The stimulus plan basically is calling for roughly 2 million jobs being created in 2009, and including 2010 would top out at about 3.5 million new jobs. So 8% is not really that far from 7.2% that we're at right now. Now you combine this with the information in the Duke CFO survey, which suggested that CFOs thought that 5% of their workforce needed to be cut back. You know, if that forecast is accurate, that means the unemployment rate could go to 11%. So let's kind of combine the CFO forecast with some allowances for usual turnover in employment. And then let's actually assume that the Obama plan is what it says it will do, which means 2 million jobs in 2009. I consider that optimistic, but let's go with that. So basically the way I see it is the CFO survey would have an additional 5 million people unemployed in 2009. The Obama plan creates, let's say, 2 million jobs. That means we're left with an additional 3 million added to the 11.2 in terms of unemployment. So that would push the unemployment rate to approximately 9%. Now the key thing here is the assumption that 2 million jobs can be created by the initiatives coming through Congress signed by the President. I actually think that it's an optimistic projection. It's more realistic to think 1 to 1.5 million jobs could actually be created in 2009. If that's the case, then we're looking at a double-digit unemployment rate, 10%. Very serious rate. And of course, the problem here is, as the unemployment grows, it creates part of the spiral, because more people are unemployed, which means there's lower demand for goods that businesses produce. And that's one side of it. The other side is that there's a whole group of other people that are scared that they're going to be the next ones laid off, or their firm is not going to survive. So they start acting as if they were unemployed, and their spending disappears also. So we are in a very serious position. I would prefer a different approach. And we heard very somber remarks in the inauguration. And I think that it is time to tell the American people how it is. I don't think we should be saying to the American people, with our plan, we're going to top out at 8% unemployment. Why not paint a realistic picture? It's a difficult time. People will understand. I'm not saying to exaggerate the downside. I'm saying be realistic. Let us know how it really is, and then we can measure your success or failure. Right now, you are setting us up to be disappointed because the unemployment rate will go past 8%, and we will be disappointed because the maximum in the plan is 8%. So I think that this is complex, it works upon expectations, and right now we don't need additional disappointment. We need, corporations often do this with the change of leadership. They go through and take what's known as a big bath, get all the bad news over right at the beginning of the new CEO's tenure. Well, we should do the same thing. Tell it as it is, and let's move forward. I don't think it serves anybody well to paint a picture that's overly optimistic at this point.